And Your Excellency, we thank God as a close of this year, as I conclude, that this country survived an attempted coup on the 25th of June, masterminded by the same person that we hounded out of office for the bad manners, the Honorable Julian has said. Na ndio maana rais, mwaka huu tuliamua kama bunge tufurushe naibu wako wa rais, tukupee nafasi weke naibu wa rais mwenye atakusaidia kuunganisha Kenya, and to ensure that the preconditions for takeoff take root.
The state is so desperate that in a bid to counter GACHAGUA's support, they are making lots of allegations, not knowing that if people decide to love someone, even if you smear him with cow dung, he will still be loved by the people. The reason as to why William Ruto was able to win the 2022 general election is that people loved him unconditionally. And to whom much is given, much is expected. Those are the same people who came on the street to protest. Now they are propagating that GACHAGUA was the one behind those protests, wanting William Ruto to go, wanting to make a coup. And no sane Kenyan can believe this nonsense. And the person propagating this is none other than the majority leader, Kimani ICHUNGWA. I keep on telling people that Kimani ICHUNGWA won't make it in 2027 because of the GACHAGUA effect. Every leader who normally goes against the kingpin, they have 10% chances of making it in the next office, most especially when you come out to attack the leader directly. So in this episode, I've come to talk about the comments which were made by Kimani ICHUNGWA, what it means by our politics, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, Kimani ICHUNGWA came out to reveal that GACHAGUA was the man behind the Kenya protest. I think there has never been a protest like that one which was tribeless, leaderless. By the way, it was not led by politicians, and it was so cruel that even the security forces were overwhelmed. In fact, if you forgot, let me play you the tape of the finance bill. Here's the tape.
Anti-government protests continue across Kenya for the 4th week running. The youth-led protests are organized largely on social media. They were initially sparked by a controversial tax bill. President William Ruto has since withdrawn the bill and fired nearly his entire cabinet. But the protesters are demanding more, including an end to corruption and for Ruto.
That is the tape of the finance bill. First of all, the protestation you've just seen, Kimani ICHUNGWA is coming out to say that GACHAGUA was behind those things. It cannot be possible because the protestation were even in Nyeri, Kiambu, Eldoret, they were all over. They even caught GACHAGUA off guard. Just that GACHAGUA at a certain point wanted to exclude himself from the blame. And I think that angered the people. GACHAGUA came out with an alternative press briefing. Okay? So, by Kimani ICHUNGWA coming out to say that GACHAGUA was the one propagating this protest is in it stupid. They are running away from the blame. In fact, by propagating that, they are running away from problem solving. Because the issues which were raised by the Gen Zs during the protest, if they are not handled, expect even a worse protest. Before I proceed, I want to play a tape when Kimani ICHUNGWA was accusing GACHAGUA of this protest. Here's the tape.
And Your Excellency, we thank God as a close of this year, as I conclude, that this country survived an attempted coup on the 25th of June, masterminded by the same person that we hounded out of office for the bad manners, the Honorable Julian has said. And I have no fear in saying that, Your Excellency. The attempted coup of June 25th, because it was an attempted coup, someone took advantage of our children who were engaging in legitimate protests concerned by issues in their country, Na nafurahi even wale wa kupanga maandamano, niliona juzi kwa runinga kijana wa maandamano kama huyu Gaucho anaitwa Boniface Mwangi akisema wale watu walienda kupora mbuzi ya Uhuru Kenyatta pale Ruiru ndio walipanga vile bunge itavamiwa, ichomwe, Supreme Court ichomwe, na wakajaribu kupanga ati watu wavamie State House watoe rais kwa kiti. And those people are not many. It is your former deputy president, Your Excellency. If he failed that time, he will never succeed in dividing the people of Kenya or bringing chaos in this country. Na hatutamkubalia, Your Excellency. Na mtu asijifiche.
This stupid guy Kimani Ichung'wa is coming out to say that GACHAGUA masterminded a protest. In fact, the charge sheet that they brought in the National Assembly and the Senate to impeach the deputy president, that issue was not among. If indeed they had the evidence, they would have put that issue among the charge sheet. But because they are fidgeting on the way how to handle GACHAGUA, they are making a lot of mistakes. In fact, by accusing GACHAGUA that he masterminded the Gen Zs, you are in fact buttressing the Gen Z support on GACHAGUA. If I'm a Gen Z who went on the street to protest, even if it was not GACHAGUA who called me out, if I hear that he masterminded it, I'll pay allegiance to him. And remember, any person who has a lot of Gen Z support, like what it happened, okay, will be the president at 7 a.m. In fact, if the courts throw out the impeachment motion, GACHAGUA is going to be president. So as they are fidgeting, they are making a lot of mistakes. Let's continue.
Jamii. Ati useme wewe ni jamii yangu natetea. Kwani sisi tumechaguliwa kwa jamii gani? Si tumechaguliwa kwa hiyo jamii. Mimi naongea Kikuyu ile wewe unaongea. Nimezaliwa na baba na mama Mkikuyu kama wewe. Usijifanye wewe ndiye Mkikuyu kuliko sisi. Na usijifiche na jamii ya Wakikuyu kufanya maovu yako na wizi wako. Na kwa hiyo mambo ya establishment of stable governance, Your Excellency, that is where Parliament saw late this year that we were failing. We were failing in establishing stable governance in our country because, as Honorable Junet amesema, tulikuwa na viongozi ndani ya serikali yako ambao wewe ukiongea mambo ya characteristics to take off ya investment in infrastructure, human capital, wao unstable governance. Sababu stable governance, Your Excellency, includes what you are doing here today, bringing people together. Lakini tulikuwa na uongozi kwa nchi hii, wewe ukiuliza Wakenya waungane pamoja, mwingine anawaambia tuungane tuangalie milima, tusiangalie wengine. Wewe ukisema tuangalie infrastructure, housing, wengine wanasema hii housing Wakenya wamekataa. Na mwenye anasema wamekataa, yeye ako na manyumba na anapora mali ya umma, ananunua manyumba mengine na pesa yenye amepora kwa serikali. Na ndio maana rais, mwaka huu tuliamua kama bunge tufurushe naibu wako wa rais, tukupe nafasi weke naibu wa rais mwenye atakusaidia kuunganisha Kenya, and to ensure that the preconditions for takeoff take root for the economic takeoff, Your Excellency.
So, when you hear Kimani Ichung'wa, there is a skit which is being followed. They are trying to put everything that failed during Rigathi Gachagua's tenure, the 2 years, to put them on Rigathi Gachagua. Now Gachagua left office. The state is still failing. The government has failed to deliver. You still have 3 years. And trust me, if things go on like this, you will even fail more. So instead of passioning blame to a person who left government long time ago, why not work for the people? Why not work for the people? Okay? So there is a skit which is being followed by the Kenya Kwanza government of apportioning blame, which I think will not work because the Kenyan people understand better. The Kenyan people know. They follow politics. Okay? The good thing is social media brought news near to the people. It's not like we are in the 90s. There's a lot of information. We read, we understand. People have went to school. You cannot apportion blame to a person who left government long time ago and you continue talking about him. So for me, I think this propaganda is aimed at discrediting Rigathi Gachagua because it's going to be a force to reckon up with. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.